So a personnel change then. Can he deliver it with accuracy? And keeping it out. And increasing the pressure. Another corner it is. Half-hearted clearance. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. And possession given away. An example of how to press. Oh, what a top-notch pass. Looked as though there might be a threat, but not so in the end. Good defending. On the ball, Lucas. Now, options are plenty. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Well, Benfica have it back now. Lovely ball over the top. But I'll tell you what, that didn't miss by much. There has been plenty of limbering up from substitutes. And now both sides will make personnel switches. Joseph. He read the situation defensively and did his job. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Real chance. In it goes at the second time of asking. But the goalkeeper won't be proud of that moment.
Well, when you look at this again, there's two things wrong defensively about this. First of all, the goalkeeper should not be parrying it into a dangerous area, and the defenders have to be sharper to get to the knockdown. It's not good defending all round.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Good tackle, it'll be a throw. Very quick thinking there. And a goal it is, but offside is the verdict.
Well, it's a good finish, but he was just offside. Great decision by the assistant.
Might be able to get in behind the defence. Great opportunity. Benfica sloppy in possession. And a goal kick given. Riccielli.
Well, I think the fans are doing everything they can to get their team back into this. But can they find that moment of inspiration and get an equaliser?
They might be onto something. Well, he went for power, but he might be having second thoughts about that now.
Yeah, all power and no accuracy. That's a poor finish.
And hit with ferocity. Oh, could have given them an even healthier advantage.
Well, it's a good effort to extend their lead, but the game's still in the balance here.
Down by a goal. This could be the final opportunity to snatch something. Yusuf. He has teammates around him. Terrific block. Clearly took a touch on the way out of play, so a throw-in to come. Has the strength to hang on to it. Matos. Veering in field here, and he clears it out of harm's way. He'll have a go here. Goalkeeper getting in the way. Superb save. Must score. And he's outdone himself. Wonderful save there. And he keeps going. Determined defending. That's what you call defending from the front. Possibilities here. Dantas. Well, the referee has instructed the fourth official to put 2 minutes on the board. Francisco Moura. Well read to win possession back. Whistle now. Well, there goes the final whistle, and it's all gone to plan for the visiting fans. 3 points. Well, I'll tell you what, that didn't miss. And the substitution will occur now. Good example of pressing without the ball. Dylan Bakwa. Valencia pushing forward with options available. And brave goalkeeping to deal with the danger.
Well, he had to get that right, didn't he? That's good goalkeeping.
And he read it well defensively. Pressing high up has its advantages. Oh, dealt with by the goalkeeper. Who's going to get on the end of it? Oh, he's missed, but by a minuscule margin.
Well, he couldn't have made better contact than that. His technique is brilliant. He's so unlucky there.
Arnau Martinez. Brandon Williams. Martinez. Williams. Oh, far from the ideal pass. Alcaraz. Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Oh, a vital interception. Useful looking position, you've got to say. And they deal with the threat this time. Plenty of support here. Can't miss, surely. Stopped a certain goal. And still a chance. And a confident clearance. Dylan Pakwa.
Well, just listen to this noise. How could you not be inspired by that?
Gives it a go. Oh, keeper dealt with it. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Over it comes. And the problem not completely solved. But it just petered out. Sugawara. Fikayo Tomori. Yukinari Sugawara. Now with Kimmich. Just 10 minutes remaining here. Benfica regaining possession. Here's Little now. Renato Sanchez. The emphasis very much on attack. Can they forge ahead? Yes is the answer. And that could be oh so important.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Senesi. Well, that's common sense refereeing to play advantage.
Well, this game is far from over. They'll probably get one more big chance before the end. The crowd certainly think so. Just listen to that noise.
Superb block. 5 minutes left. Good work from Valencia to win back possession. Well, time is against them. They have work to do. Good weight on that pass. Senesi. Can he make it count? Oh, that's a fine save. And they will make the change now. And over it comes. No-nonsense piece of defending. Well, the counter chance looks very real. They need to get bodies back. And just like that, the counter-attack comes to an end. Genuine chance. Oh my goodness, he's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Let's see this again, because the delivery into the box couldn't be any better. Played into just the right area, and he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is. Well, no wonder he's delighted. They're bossing the game now.
So underway once more, 2-0 the lead here. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. Vlahovic. Possession lost by Valencia. And there goes the final whistle. It's a victory for the visitors in the first leg of this tie.
Yeah, they've been really bright today. The passing's been sharp, the movement...
Well, this is the kind of match every football fan looks forward to. A lot on the line and the likelihood of a tension-packed occasion. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live on EA TV. Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray, and adjacent to me in the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And gearing up for this pulsating Liga Portugal match. It's Benfica, and they take on Benfica.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And this is how the starting 11 looks for Benfica.
Well, in this 4-4-2, they're going to play with two centre-forwards, but one will make forward runs, the other will receive the ball to feet. But for that to be effective, they'll also need their wide players to break forward at every opportunity. This should be a good game.
Here's Little now. High quality defending. Well, the fact of the matter is the home side lead the league in goals for, the best attack in the league statistically.
Well, their attacking play has been brilliant. They're always looking to pass it forward. The wide players get good crosses into the box, and the forwards have taken their chances. These fans will be hoping for more of the same today.
Plenty of room in the wide area. And crossed in there. Well, at one point on its flight, I wondered if the keeper would have difficulties, but no problems in the end. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Oh, tremendous vision. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. Can they forge ahead? Well, they would have done had it not been for the keeper.
Well, they should be ahead now. Yes, it was a good save, Derek, but he should score from there.
Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Real chance. Oh, magnificent. Touched onto the woodwork. Has eyes for goal. And the keeper has it after that tension-laden sequence.
Well, what a great first save that was. How did he stop that?
Well, he's gone back to give the free kick, the referee here. He tried to play advantage, but it didn't accrue. Gutierrez. Top-class defending. Anwar. Miguel Reisinho. What can they do from here? Good work from Benfica to win the ball back. Well, making considerable progress with the ball. On the pass in behind the defence. Quick thinking from the keeper. Anwar. Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Delivered into the area here. Just the clearance that was called for. And he takes it away. A real opening now. Oh, how about that for a chip? Savour it. Pure brilliance.
Well, here it is again. The little 1-2 starts it all off, and the finish showed great composure. Just to lift it over the goalkeeper. That's a lovely goal.
Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Mertens. Makuta. The referee spotted the little nick on the way through, so a throw-in coming up. Little. Well, using the space really well, but now can they push on? Well, in position to make it a brace, but not to be.
Well, he's certainly been a threat in this game. He's looked so lively.
Robert Bojanik. Gaius Makuta. Just looking for the right moment for that final pass. A majestic piece of goalkeeping there.
That's goalkeeping at its best. He's so hard to beat from that sort of range.
And Little. Miguel Reisinho. Perfect tackle. Can they square the game? And keeping it out. He's very adept at protecting the ball. And playing it through. Still a chance. And eventually, goalkeeper's ball.
Well, you can sense the relief amongst his teammates. But what a first save that was. Well, as you can see from the stats, they've absolutely dominated the game. They've been good in possession, they've created chances, but they just haven't been clinical enough.
Oh, big chance here! And a fine stop. Now sending it in. Well, as a defender, that will sit you down to the ground. Promising position, this. Decides to shoot. And losing possession. That is how to apply the pressure. It's looking promising. And everyone in the centre looking on as it sailed over them. So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Really good challenge. Marquez. Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them. Little now. Well, this looks really productive. What can they do from this position? He could pick out a teammate. Played towards the back post. Cleared away comprehensively. Robert Bojanik. Well, they continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not forcing it. It's been whipped towards the near post. Well, the keeper wasn't fooled by it at all, in actual fact. Electing to shoot. Simple save, really. And Little. And he's broken free. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Marquez. A chance maybe from the wide position. And a decent delivery. Still possibilities. Not a decisive punch by the keeper. Trailing, but hope in the form of a corner. Both managers deciding this is the time. And a super header. It looked as though it might be going in. Well, behind for another corner. Well, capable of a better clearance than that. Well, it comes to nothing in the end. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. Effective challenge. And he has options available. Well, disappointing end to the move. Gaius Makuta. Loves to attack from the wide areas. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Little. And Renato Sanchez with it now. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. Well, it looked so promising, but it all comes to nothing. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Robert Bojanik. A concession of a corner here. And it is substitution time at this juncture. Not just from one side, but from both. And a very good challenge. Can they square the game? Well, fantastic reflex action. Let's see about the delivery. Well, he failed to get it away properly. Under real pressure here. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. Just 15 minutes remaining. Kovacevic. Reisinho. Makuta. And nicely over the top. And getting across to stop it. Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. And short it is. Deflected behind, corner forthcoming. And deciding to go short with this one. Marquez. Well read to put an end to that attack. Now breaking at pace, potential danger. Chance just dissipating a bit. Renato Sanchez. Determined defending. Marquez. Down by a goal. This could be the final opportunity to snatch something. Very quick thinking there. 5 minutes left. Marquez. Good idea. Ambitious effort. Oh, keeper dealt with it. A corner kick, and who knows, this might represent their last chance to grab an equaliser. Managed to get it out of there. Little. Well, they know they need to stop him. Renato Sanchez is in the vicinity. And turned onto the woodwork. And the keeper has it after that tension-laden sequence.
Well, what a great first save that was. How did he stop that?
Well, the stoppage time situation. 1 minute here. Bojanic. The referee blows for full time. It ends at a victory for the home team. No complaints from the fans here.
Well, Derek, they didn't dominate the game by any means today, but overall they had the better of the chances and just about deserved their win.
And this confrontation is underway. Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company here on the commentary gantry is Stuart Robson. And we are readying ourselves for a second leg match at the quarter-final stage of the UEFA Europa League. It's Benfica taking on Valencia.
Well, Derek, do they stick or twist? That's the dilemma for the home team. In my opinion, they should play the game as if it's a one-off match and try and win it. Attack at the right times and with enough players, but also be compact defensively. It will be interesting, though.
And the match begins. Joshua Kimmich. Released it nicely. Little. Oh, great attacking play. Takes it on. And a goal! Just what the fans wanted to see. The ideal way to begin.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Tomori. Martinez. Now with Kimmich. Hugo Guillamon. Wasteful from Valencia. Oh, he's gone for goal! Well, the keeper made the save pretty easily in the end. Joshua Kimmich. Williams. Dusan Vlahovic. And Benfica with the ball once more. Gutierrez. Now options are plenty. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Joshua Kimmich. Difficult to stop him. Vlahovic. Gives it a go. And the keeper diving to thwart him. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Outrageously good piece of defending on the line. There it is! A fantastic goal, and no wonder he's off celebrating.
Well, here you can see it again. It's a superb cross, just asking for someone to go and meet it. And he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
So, a level contest, 1-1. Plenty of support here. And slipped through beautifully. Well, he opted for power from close range. He might be regretting that now. And a fine tackle. And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. Mosquera. Alcaraz. Vlahovic. Offside the decision. Vlahovic. He read the situation defensively and did his job. This is looking threatening, but really sticking to the task defensively. Dusan Vlahovic. Counter-attacking, very much an option. He has time to play it over. A corner will ensue. Taken short. And Benfica come away with it. Attacking possibilities here for Valencia. Vlahovic must score. And a goal here. They've given themselves a chance, but need one more goal to force extra time. Little. Will he shoot? The fans hope so. Oh, surely. Brilliant save. And a simple clearance, a good one. Chance here. Well, putting it wide from there. A pity, really. Well, really closing him down here. And very deftly cut out. Well, strong play here. Dusan Vlahovic. And the cross into the middle. Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising. How can he take them on and beat them? Well, disappointing end to the move. Might be a chance to break. Well, they promised much on the break, but ultimately delivered little. He must finish! And that's an excellent piece of defending to thwart him. Under some pressure. Oh, fine play, and maybe it'll set something up. The cross is on. Dangerous ball. And really meat and drink to the keeper under the circumstances. Williams. Hugo Guillamon. What can he do with it now? Doing everything possible to keep possession. Guillamon. Vlahovic. Very effective passing sequence. Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Oh, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw in here. Carlos Alcaraz. The referee has decided there will be just 1 minute of added time. Oh, surely! Well, he hit it with authority. Close. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. And the game begins. Little. Oh, great attacking play. Takes it on. And a goal! Away they go again. Second half is underway here. The ball back with Valencia now. Dilan Bakwa. Guillamon. Dusan Vlahovic. Valencia struggling to keep the ball. Dusan Vlahovic. Well, very effective play in possession. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. This might be ideal for the counter. Well, it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing in the end. Alcaraz. Sends it back. Trying to open them up. And the decision is one of offside here. Well, they've decided to make a change. Dusan Vlahovic. Kimmich. And support available. How can they prize them open now? Magnificent defending. Well, they might be able to launch a counter-attack. And passing it through. Well, the cross that time completely overcooked. And over the touchline for what will be a Valencia throw. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Pereira. Might be able to produce from this position. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Maybe room here for the counter-attack. But quick thinking defensively. And out of play, the pass nearly worked out, but not quite. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. Kimmich. Dusan Vlahovic. Credit to them for winning back possession. And room now out on the wing. And snuffing out the danger. That's really good and effective physical play. Kimmich. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. Good idea. Just needs to steady himself. And a goal! Real excitement here. The equaliser. So they get the ball moving again. 3-1 the scoreline here. What's going to happen next? Alcaraz. Farias. Can he find the right pass? He takes aim. Superb stop. And the short option preferred. Kimmich. Vlahovic. Alcaraz. Well, possibilities inside the box.
Well, it's such a close contest. Will a set play be the difference?
And a short corner, let's see. And it's played into the centre. It might still be problematic. Brilliantly blocked. Danger averted for now. Valencia moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? And able to close down the shot. Taken short. And it took a touch on the way through. So a corner here. Playing it short. That's a very fine piece of tackling. Well, using the space really well, you've got to say. Well, somehow the goalkeeper got to it.
Well, could this be the moment to see them through? Not much time left now.
Well, he stumped it out of there without much fuss. And making headway. Well, closed down straight away. Using his physical strength to shield it. Shaping to shoot. Denied once more. Could be a chance to break here. Dusan Vlahovic. Using his physical strength to make sure he doesn't lose the ball. And a goal at this stage might well turn out to be decisive. Can he do it? Huge block. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. Well, nothing comes of it. Given away by Benfica. Dilan Bakwa. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Can he put it away? Oh, it's gone in! And that could be the goal that wraps it up once and for all. Well, not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. Oh, that's a really good run. And denied by the keeper. Impressive. Breaking at pace.